there is nobody on the face of this planet living today who is better than you. Nobody. I say that with 100% money back guarantee. There is nobody on the face of this planet who is better than you. That's kind of BA if you think about it. Nobody. What do I mean by this? Like, there might be people who are better at something than you. That's totally doable. Like, they might be better at singing, and you might be better at playing the piano. They might be better at making money, and you might be better at finding hilarious cat memes. It's a situational thing. I want to share a story about my friend Shanna. Shanna is fantastic. Shanna's a beautiful model. Shanna was auditioning for her first movie. And she's in a room with other people who have obviously auditioned before, who are more comfortable in the situation. So they are better at acting or better at auditioning. And she could get intimidated in this situation. But here she is, she's sitting in the waiting room, and she makes eye contact with the woman across from her. And the woman starts staring at her and gets this glaze over her eyes and starts kind of shaking. And Shanna immediately ran to this woman and helped her to the floor. Oh, did I mention Shanna was an ER nurse? And in that situation, Shanna was much better at taking care of this woman, where all these people who are better at auditioning were suddenly completely out of their element. So it's not a situation in that room where these people are better than Shanna or Shanna is better than them, but they are better at auditioning, and she is better at helping somebody who's having a seizure. Make sense? Fantastic. Okay, so I know this is easier said than done, and I always worry I come on here and I act like I have it all together, which I don't. So I thought I'd share a story with you so y'all can laugh at me hysterically. Or maybe not hysterically, or you can just lose all respect for me, whatever floats your boat. And this is really fun because I have people from high school that are on here that watch these, so y'all can like make fun of me at the reunion. So here's the deal. In high school, I was a big dork. I mean, I still pretty much am, but I was. And like I was the high school, I was like the marching band baton twirler. That was my claim to fame. And my sophomore year in high school, my Ryan Tesdall invited me to homecoming. And at first I thought it was a joke because Ryan was part of the popular crowd. And we doubled with Dustin Avey and this girl named Mary who was fantastic. And I was in high school, and obviously these kids were popular and they were better than me. Because it's high school and they were popular and I was me. And I don't know if I spoke the entire evening. I was just so much like, what do I do? How do I act? How do I popular? Like, what is this? I'm pretty sure they probably thought I was special needs after that night because I don't actually know if I spoke. I may have replied when somebody asked me a question. It was just awkward. But the rest of high school, I have these like raging crushes on people who don't know that I'm alive. And they don't know that I'm alive because guess what? I wouldn't speak to them. I was terrified of them. There's no way. I mean, like, I don't know, if I had to pass my paper to them, I'd just be like, oh, you are so beautiful and popular and I can't speak to you because you're awesome. Like, this is how I was. And so then fast forward like 15 years. Okay, 15 years later, I've now lived in Los Angeles. I've had a variety of experiences. I've had lots of conversations with people I have nothing in common with, people I do have stuff in common with, people who barely know English. I've been to many different situations. So now my friend gets married, my BFF, and I am the maid of honor in her wedding. And she happens to be getting married to one of the popular boys. So this wedding is like all the high school boys that were just so awesome in high school that I couldn't speak to. Now it's 15 years later, I should become, no. We get to the wedding and I'm just like, and it was so awkward. Like, I could go talk to complete strangers and be fine, but these people, I'd spent so much time in high school believing that these people were so much better than me that 15 years later, I still couldn't speak to them comfortably. Like, it was just so sad. And then I finally, the night before the wedding, we were sitting downstairs after the rehearsal, and I finally was like, okay, I'm gonna look rude. Like, if I don't at least make an attempt to have conversations with these nice people, I'm gonna look rude. And I had the greatest conversation with one of the guys who, like, in high school, I never spoke to, because he was just off limits, like, just that awesome. And I said, and I just have a nice conversation, and I'm talking about, we're talking about our spouses and our kids, and then we talk about high school, and I'm like, this guy was really normal and he was really nice, and like, he would be a legit person that would have just been cool to be friends with in high school. He wasn't like, I don't know, popular didn't make him weird or not speak the same language as me or anything. And I'm just like, I spent so much time putting people up on a pedestal that I never even gave them a chance. Like how many people did I miss out on because I wouldn't just get to know them or I wouldn't just talk to them? And I share that because I look back and I'm like, I had a great group of friends in high school, but there was probably 75%, no, at least 50% of the school I was like, they're off limits because they're upperclassmen or because they're more popular than me. And I missed out on knowing all of these people because I was just intimidated by them. And I let it get to me so much that even at my BFF's wedding, I had no idea. Like, I still was just like, you're the popular boy. And I'm still that dorky baton twirler.